My stopwatch is ready. My ALM is open in the test lab. My test set is ready to be executed with my 4 first test cases. So my first execution of the demo is using business components. It's 4 different scenarios with 3 iterations each. Once I will start the execution, UFT will be launched. So UFT is not pre-launched, and it's not going to be pre-launched for the second set of tests. Let's begin. So ALM is trying to connect to the host. Here all the tests are run locally, so it won't take much time. We need to get the information, launch UFT, and download all the resources. Business process tests need to download all of their components to your local PC and then load them one by one into UHP Unified Functional Testing tool. Bottom line, the more components your tests have, the longer it takes to execute them. Our demo uses the HP MyFlight sample application, which comes with HP Unified Functional Testing. It's a pretty simple test. We're going to create a flight with from one city to another by specifying the number of tickets and the cabin class. We're going to validate the total. And once the flight is created, we're going to go back to that flight, modify it, and validate the total again. And then we close the application and we start the next iteration. The first iteration was executed in a bit more than a minute. The next remaining runs will be executed in fast forward for the sake of the video, and all the same steps will be performed. For the next iteration, I restored UFT's window so we can see what's going on inside of it. Each component is executed very quickly because UFT has been optimized for it, but these 4 test cases with 3 iterations each are still being executed in a time frame of more than 8 minutes. This is the end of the last iteration. The fast forward is now off. I'm gonna let it finish completely, updating the report, and then the test is done, and it's 8 minutes and 18 seconds. I'm saving the time, resetting, and I'm ready for the next execution, which is using Pegasus Framework. Here we're going to execute the same test, the same scenario with all the iterations and the same user actions, same validation. Let's begin the second phase. ALM will try to connect to UFT on the host machine, which is the local machine. UFT will be launched, but this time we don't have any downloading to do. We're just connecting and running the tests because the test has everything it needs to execute. So the test is launched right away, and it's all the same steps. Same validations. We're creating a flight. We're validating the total. We're doing the same steps. And the next iterations will be run in fast forward again. I'm showing you once again what's going on inside of UFT, so you can see that it's one line of code being executed, and it's enough to execute everything inside of the application under test. And we're already at the end of the execution. The fast forward is off, and we're under 5 minutes. Same test case, same scenarios, same iterations, same validations. One is executed with business components, the other one is executed with Pegasus Framework. One runs in over 8 minutes, the other one under 5 minutes. So Pegasus Framework is 40% faster on this case because this case is really simple. It doesn't have, it has around 30 components. So if your test case has more than 30 components, it's gonna be faster than that. Because the more downloading you have to do, the more loading inside UFT you have to do, the more time it takes.